letter, C, reminds people of it instantly? That's Chanel, a name whispered in fashion shows, worn by queens, movie stars, and even on t-shirts around the world. But behind the sparkles and perfumes is a story most people don't know. A story of a poor orphan girl who built an empire. But here's something shocking. Did you know she worked with the Nazis during World War II? Yes, the woman behind the little black dress and famous perfume had some very dark secrets. So how did a girl with nothing rise to the top? How did she change fashion forever? And how did she become one of the most famous names in history without even knowing how to sew properly? This is the untold story of Coco Chanel. A story of war, love, betrayal, and bold ideas that changed the world. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll see Chanel like you never have before. Gabrielle Bonheur Chanel was born in France in 1883. She didn't come from riches or fame. Her family was very poor. When she was just 12 years old, her mother died. Her father couldn't take care of her, so he left her in an orphanage run by strict Catholic nuns. Life was hard. The girls had to follow many rules, but Gabrielle noticed something interesting: how the nuns dressed. Their clothes were simple, black, and clean. This would stay in her memory forever. As she grew up, Gabrielle learned how to sew a little. Not from a fancy school, but from watching others and practicing. She also had a dream. A big one. She didn't want to live a normal life. She wanted to be free. Free from rules, free from poverty. Later, she started singing at nightclubs and earned the nickname Coco. Some say it was from a song she sang. Others think it was a pet name. Either way, Coco Chanel was born, and she was ready to change the world. Coco didn't start by making dresses. Her first step into fashion was making hats. With the help of a rich boyfriend, she opened a small hat shop in Paris. The hats were simple, different from the big, decorated ones most women wore. And that's what made them special. Soon, actresses and high society ladies began wearing her hats. People started noticing her, so she took a bold step. She began designing clothes. But her style was very different. While other women wore tight corsets and heavy dresses, Coco made clothes that were loose, light, and easy to move in. She believed fashion should be comfortable, not painful. Her ideas were fresh, and some people even said they were shocking. But they worked. Women loved how free they felt in Chanel's clothes. Coco became more confident. She opened more stores, hired more workers, and her designs kept getting more popular. When World War II broke out in 1939, Chanel closed her stores. She moved into the famous Ritz Hotel in Paris. And while the city was taken over by the Germans, Coco stayed right where she was. Here's the shocking part. Chanel had a German boyfriend, Hans Gunther von Dinklage, a Nazi officer. Many believe Chanel worked as a spy for the Nazis. Secret files later showed she had a code name and even went on secret missions. Some say she tried to make peace between Germany and England using her connections. Others say she simply wanted to protect her business. But after the war ended, people were angry. France was punishing those who helped the Nazis. Chanel was questioned, but never jailed. Still, she left France for a while, living in Switzerland to avoid the hate. Her reputation was hurt. But her brand? It survived. By the 1950s, Chanel was in her 70s. Most people her age would retire, but not Coco. She noticed that fashion had changed. Young women were wearing big dresses with tight waists again, the same style she had fought against years ago. So Coco came back. And she brought her classic style with her. She reintroduced her old designs, including the famous Chanel suit, a short jacket and a skirt that was both classy and comfy. She also added a new twist, the quilted handbag with a chain strap. Women loved it because they could wear it on their shoulders, keeping their hands free. Fashion shows in Paris welcomed her back. And Coco Chanel kept working until she died in 1971 at age 87 in her hotel room. Still, but her brand didn't die with her. In fact, it became even bigger. Today, Chanel is one of the most famous names of the world.